show for you guys tonight, as I am right in the middle of working on this Kawasaki 636, just wrapping up the install on the M4 exhaust. So yeah, and right in the middle of like a DEFCON 1 allergy attack. So thanks, bad genetics. Okay, so anyway, diving into this thing, about the biggest pain in the ass on this was removing the fairings on this bike. It's like you got to have a master's degree in origami to make this thing work. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with the way it turned out. I'm going to show you guys some of the clearances here in just a second. But again, the worst part of it was just getting the fairings off of this bike. It's absolutely loony how these things go together. Ryan McKenzie's in. What's going on, bud? So anyway, that's what it's going to end up looking like. Again, big shout out to Tommy and the rest of the crew over at Stubb Cycles for hooking me up with a sweet deal on the M4. Huge shout out to Kyle for hooking me up with the 10-inch can. It's kind of the signature sound and look that I like. The GSXR 1000's got one. This one's got it. So that's kind of a cool thing. But love the way that it looks on this bike. I haven't fired it up yet, mainly because I am literally just getting it to this point. In fact, I didn't realize what time it was, and I just got through putting the M4 can on this thing. So basically, I get kind of ready to fire up, but it's one of those things where I still have to I've got to take the servo motor out of it. I've got to get all the servo cables, which are still down here. Still need to get all that pulled out of there. Get the ECU off, send that over to Two Wheel Dyno Works to get it done up and running right. Also have got to get the tank off of it so that we can get those TST Two Wheel Dyno Works velocity stacks installed. So we got all kinds of stuff going on with the 636 right now. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I got to tell you, in terms of weight, it's actually pretty crazy. The can, okay, the factory can weighed 10 pounds. So just the muffler weighed 10 pounds. The rest of the exhaust system, the header and the catalytic converter, there's a muffler box that's in play there on that bike too. All of that stuff weighed in at like 17 pounds. So it's in total about 27 pounds. This whole kit, this is the stainless setup. I believe the header weighed 5 pounds and the rest of this might weigh another 5 pounds. So in total saving about 17 pounds with this bike. So it's quite a bit of a difference. And I got to tell you, it certainly looks better for sure, but man, it was kind of crazy. It's super easy to work on this bike. There's really nothing to it. It's just more, again, the hardest part is going to be putting it back together, if I'm being totally honest, just because of how like everything kind of goes together. It's pretty impressive, really high quality stuff, the way it all blends in. But man, I got to tell you, yeah, I about whipped my ass just getting this thing apart just so I could get it to this point. So this is the fun part of it. Shit. Let's see if it'll fire up. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And it's a nice, deep gurgle, burble. So that's pretty cool. The other thing that I like about it is, again, you can't really talk about this without talking about that weight savings. So, but yeah, that's where it's at so far, guys. I know that it's been a long time coming. I've been working on getting this thing done for a hot minute. And since we finally got it, kind of wanted to bring you guys along for the ride a little bit. So I don't want to let it run for too long. Obviously, it's not tuned for it. It's just going to be real rich, and we're indoors, so I don't want to gas myself out. And again, total apologies for the jacked up schnoz over here. It's that time of year, so I get to suffer through some allergies. I need to go see a doctor about that and get a couple of shots and get that sorted out. But anyway, that's the latest on motorcycle stuff as far as updates go. And like I say, it's not anywhere near complete. Again, I've got to get this thing both put back together and disassembled again to get all the rest of the stuff out of the back half of this bike. So anyway, if anybody's got any questions, feel free to go ahead and chime in. While you guys, I'll tell you what, y'all hang out just a second. I'm going to go throw this exhaust on the scale so you can see what I was talking about. I'm talking about how heavy this shit was. Hang on just a second. You get this. Come on. All right. So, yeah, check this out. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just over 16 pounds. Is that coming in? Yeah. Just over 16 pounds for the factory exhaust. And the crazy part's actually not even the full exhaust. Because I mean, you'd figure a full exhaust, you know, that's going to check in with some amount of weight, right? But it was the factory can. Hang on just a second, guys. Bear with me. My hook flew out. It was that factory can that I couldn't believe how heavy this thing was. You can check that out. That thing's right at 10 pounds. So between the two, about 27 pounds, I guess. Just shy of or right at 27 pounds. So, yeah, I mean, go figure. Plus, you know, not that they are really all that significant, but you've also got, you know, the different covers and whatever else. So, and then for any of you guys that may have been wondering, yes, I did get new exhaust gaskets. Don't know if it was really altogether necessary, but yeah, I did go ahead and get some new exhaust gaskets while we were at it. So, as far as what's next for the 636, we do have the velocity stacks. So we are waiting for, well, not really waiting on anything. I just got to put this thing back together and then tear it apart again to get those velocity stacks on, get the computer out, and get that sent away, and then she's going to be done. And I got to tell you, I mean, she's going to be a lot lighter. And again, 27 pounds. I mean, think about this. The header was 8, and I think that the can is 5. So, yeah. I mean, you're not looking at too much. There's a significant weight savings here. But, you know, that's the cool thing about this bike. You know, getting it lighter is going to do nothing but help it. It's already my favorite handling motorcycle that I've ever ridden, which is pretty funny considering just how bad it was when I first picked it up. So there is that to consider. It was pretty damn bad too. But you know, a couple of tweaks with the suspension and a set of S22 tires, and that's all she wrote. In fact, it was the S22s that were the most transformative with this bike. Oh, so let me catch up with you guys real quick. Mackenzie's getting another 675. Very nice. Everybody that has them seems to love them. Yoga is saying, guys, last time I was here, I did mention I had a bike coming over. I got news. Just got off the phone with the compliance officer here in New Zealand. Bike arrives in November. Nice. Ducati 888 SP5. Oh, good. Got the 888 that his dad left him. I've got my dad's Daytona sitting right over there. It's got a towel sitting on it right now. But yep. Definitely love the old iron for sure. Fun bikes to ride. I got to say, I really do enjoy riding the Daytona. Any of the older bikes can be a real treat, but man, they are a labor of love when it comes to keeping them running. Yeah, Daytona is nice. And they sound good too. Triple Eight sound real good. Knew a guy that had one when I was a kid. Those are sweet bikes. But yeah, guys, this is where we are at. So what's next to do? Just to button it up? Well, gotta tighten up the radiator. Let's see, get that all taken care of. Basically get the body work back on this thing, which again, that's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I'm not even gonna mess with that tonight. Again, it's just so fiddly. There's so many, like the whole thing, just, you almost have to do the whole thing at once. It's kind of funny. But yeah, it's nothing near as easy as the GSX-Rs. I mean, those things just, a couple of Allen head bolts and, a couple of push pins and they're off of there. I've got my bag full of push pins and a ton of these little, like, what are these, 3s, 4s, whatever they are, Allens. So definitely fun stuff, guys. But yeah, we got it. We up and running, I guess. I mean, we did just fire it up, so it sounds good. It definitely looks way better than stock. And with that tune, we know it's going to run good. Oh, Felipe, yeah, it's going to do the flush and coolant, change an oil. Absolutely, man. You got to stay on top of that with those vintage bikes for sure. And I think yours in 08, isn't it? Spark plugs and filter, nice. That's one thing I do need to do to this. That reminds me, probably just going to do the marble mod on this one. Yeah, Felipe's is a K9. Good, awesome bike. Keep that bike. Ryan's talking about the 675. Yeah, I was watching a thing the other day. Somebody was putting a tune on one, and they got pretty close to advertised power to the rear tires out of that thing. So, yeah, I would say that's really good. That bike at 95 horsepower would be a lot of fun. Whew. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun on the street. A lot of usable power. You can use every ounce of that power on the street. But yeah, guys, with that, I'm going to start wrapping it up on this thing. I'm going to start, I don't know, I might start trying to get some of the body work back on this thing. Hey, Felipe, it's a 2025 KTR, or KRT edition. And it's in about 500 pieces. I'm not kidding. The body work, the way that it works on this thing, it's kind of trippy, because for those of you guys that may or may probably know this already, but the 636 and the ZX10 have an integrated front splitter, basically, for lack of a better way of putting it. And so all the body work it's like 3 pieces that all kind of integrate together. It's pretty cool looking. You wouldn't even know it if you didn't know to look for it or didn't know what you were looking at. You'd think it'd just be body work, but it actually channels the air in between 2 different pieces of the fairing, which is pretty cool, but it's not super cool when you go to try to tear the thing apart. And I mean, it is just ridiculous getting this thing apart. So anyway, and she hit on Sunday, I think it was on Sunday, it hit right at 600 miles. So we've already done a flush on the bike, but we're going to hit it with a full oil change, switching it over to full synthetic, and that'll be it. I mean, we're just going to keep riding her, keep having fun with her. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Super short show. Get out there and do something cool for somebody. Chances are they need it way more than you know. I'm going to start buttoning this thing back up. Next time you see it, it'll probably still be in a bunch of pieces, because I'll be getting the computer out and getting the actuators out and all that kind of good stuff. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all have a good one.